This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground. Shane Fury, thank you.
Yeah.
You just said it is repetitive.
Charlie
when you do a
Parsons.
couple of interviews, it's always repetitive. You always are good with me and your time, so I appreciate that. How is things in the life of Shane Fury?
All right, not too bad. Charlie Parsons, name's bigger than you actually, because I don't actually
No,
know
please
you.
don't.
I
Please
don't
don't
know
do
you, but I seen you last time and thought, who's Charlie Parsons? I watched all the interviews and that there, and like, you normally got a good bit of clobber on you, and you have the
Thank
banter
you,
with Eddie
mate.
Hearn and so on. So I do know the name, but I never knew the face before. For us, so yeah, it's good.
Big up yourself, thank you. I think there's a compliment in there
I
somewhere,
don't know if
right?
it's a compliment, but yeah.
No, don't do that. Let's talk a little bit about it. We've seen the press conference today. Both men not saying loads. It doesn't really matter. We're quite a long way away from the fight. It's always just one of those things. It's announced, they'll build it. When I spoke to Tyson, he says he doesn't have to change much. What's your thoughts?
Well, if you don't change much, I've said it. I've had 4 or 5 interviews now, and I'm going to say the same thing. If you don't say this, if you don't change anything, for me, Usyk's not going to get no better. I thought that Usyk come in on a good night, and I believe that Usyk ain't going to come in no better and can't come in no better. So if you don't change anything, and Tyson comes in as good as he did last time, we're looking for at the same result, which was a close fight. However you want it, whoever wants to look at it. If you want to look through hatred goggles and so on, you can say it however you want to do. But if you judge your rounds properly and you look at it through a neutral point of view, it'll be a close fight. It'll be what it'll be. But I believe if Tyson does do a few adjustments and do the adjustments, work on them and get them out there, I believe he can get a stoppage.
Shane, out of curiosity, I remember catching up with you very briefly after the press conference before the first fight, and you said you weren't a fan of all the bravado that had happened on the Monday and it was a little bit too much for fight week. Tyson just said in my interview there, he said, felt like the focus wasn't entirely there. That changed this time round a little bit?
Do you know what, Tyson's always all his full career, he's always fought better when he's been the underdog, or when he's up against it. No, I thought it was. Do you know what? I don't actually know. Listen, I really thought he boxed well last time. If he'd have just adjusted a little few things, I thought he would have won with ease. But the issue is, should is what is and could is what is. So I'm not taking anything from Tyson's performance. Can he get a bit better? I don't think he can get any better than that. But what I think he can work with different plans and adjust them, work with them, and what do you call it, like work with something and carry it out during the fight. That's what I think. So, yeah, a good performance last time. If you don't change anything, it'll still be a close fight. But I think with a few adjustments, I think he might get the stoppage. As a matter of fact, we're quite confident he's going to get the stoppage.
In a weird way, could we have already seen the best of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk?
Listen, you don't get no better after hard fights like that. Usyk said, I've sat round the table, watching him sat round the table, and he said that after the fight he was crippled. The next day he was, I don't want the fight, and so I don't know what he said, but you hear it yourself on the round table. He was sore, so I can assure you, a car don't get no better after doing 50,000 mile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put another 50 on it, it's what it is. So probably so. You know, you could go in there, and if both men could be half fighters, could go in there, one man's half the fighter. It's just what it is. We'll see. That's why it's interesting. Because if we knew what was going to happen, I put my bank balance on and I won't have to work next year.
Just a couple more quick ones. I spoke about the Anthony Joshua fight, which is something that I know you're not massively interested in.
I am. I love heavyweight boxing. Very much interested in heavyweight boxing.
Though.
No, just as a fan.
No, but that's what I mean. So for Tyson Fury having that fight with AJ, obviously an emphatic victory for Daniel Dubois. I said, is it not a bit of a shame as fans? Tyson said he still really wants it, and even if AJ's to lose 5, 10, 20 times, but it's not what it was, Shane. Are you in agreement of that?
No, it's not what it was. But the thing is, it's not what it was. Right, let me give you a prediction. I've had 3 drinks as well, by the way. Me and Sugar went and had a bit of food.
My God.
Yeah. So, what percentage would you say it's knocked down by 50%?
What, the hype of the fight?
The full lot of it. The financial, the money, the full lot of it.
Yeah.
50%?
Yeah.
All right. So 50%.
Maybe a little less, but around
let's say 50%. Yeah. In the other 50%, you've had 2 Alexander Usyk fights, undisputed on the line, and another big major fight this fight. So 50%, you might be up probably another 10%, mightn't you? So it is what it is. You've got to just look at what it is. There's no point in looking at what could have happened and should have happened, because on both behalves, both sides, Tyson and the other fella, there's been obstacles in the way. Joshua's fell into the obstacle. For one reason or another, Tyson's not been able to do it. So it is what it is. I don't think it's been anyone's fault. When he was going to get it on and it looked like it was sealed, Tyson had an obligation with Wilder, what was supposed to have been going away, and it never went away. So it's not like anyone's fault. That's never happened. It's just been timing's been wrong.
Eddie Hearn was up on the Team Fury side today.
Do you know what it is? Do you know
Boxing's a weird sport, isn't it?
Do you know when you see someone over the last, how long's Eddie Hearn been in the job?
Go on.
How long? 10 years?
12, 13,
12,
14.
whatever. You feel like you know him. I feel like I know Eddie Hearn, and I feel like I know him to go up and have a chat with him and that. But really, it's the second time I've seen him and had a chat with him, you know what I mean? So, yeah, listen, he's a good man for the sport, isn't he, Eddie? He's as big as any boxer out there, isn't he, Eddie Hearn?
Really? I think followed the Dana White type.
Even though his stable's gone to pants, even though he's got some good fighters, but 3 or 4 or 5 good fighters don't beat a full stable full of good fighters like Queensberry and Frank Warren.
Just lastly, what did you actually make of Joshua Dubois itself? And if they do take the rematch, is it wise? How does that go?
I thought the fight itself was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it as a spectator. About as good as entertaining fight as you get. The rematch, I probably wouldn't advise it. They could go on a rematch and flatten Dubois, but I see if they fought 10 times, probably Dubois win 8 of them. Joshua, with him having that power, what he's got, can flatten anyone. So it might just be his night the next night, and he might be able to get flattened 8 times after that. But styles make fights, and I just think a young man like Daniel Dubois, 25 or 6, however old he is in the peak of his power, and I think he should just leave that and go elsewhere. To be the best man at Joshua's career in your division now, I think that's a way off. But can Joshua make great fights and legacy fights? Yeah. But to be the best man in the division, hard work.
Have you ever been approached for punditry?
No.
Only because the comments on all the interviews are always like Shane Fury is one of the best talkers of the game. So
90% of them is about my smoke alarm.
Your smoke alarm?
I done an interview, I've got a smoke alarm with the bells going off, so it's what it is, it's all good.
So no punditry, just smoke alarms?
No, I'm not interested in a pundit. Joel, yeah, it's all good.
You were going to go on one there. Shane, you're a legend.
God bless,
Hopefully
mate.
next time I'll join you for a few beers.
Yeah, I'll do.